Hello. We are. Hey, Andrew, are you there? No, Andrew. I think your camera's fine, but I think you are particularly frozen.
Oh,
Yeah, your
sorry.
body's frozen.
I
Yeah.
have really bad Wi-Fi in the apartment.
Spinal Wi-Fi.
Spinal
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
You checking your
I'm
email?
wait. I'm hearing my voice through the stream. Okay, now we're good. So, how you doing, man?
Yeah, pretty good, man. How are you? I had
Good.
peanut butter crackers today, made some pasta. What about you?
Um, yeah, I had a pretty good day. I did some, hanging out. And I was saying I was saying this earlier, behind you, it looks like you have a crazy wall. Are you solving another crime besides the crime we're going to solve tonight?
Yeah, I'm involved with another crime as well. I'm not ready to put this one on live stream yet, the one that I'm working
Okay.
on. But as you can see, I've got a lot of things worked out here. A lot of evidence here,
Yeah.
as you can see. A lot of
Yes,
t-shirts.
a lot of t-shirts. So here's the thing, awkward segue, but there was a crime committed that we have to solve as
Right.
internet police.
Okay.
And just so it's clear to everybody out there, because of the Corona situation, we're going to have to interrogate some people, and we're going to have to do it over Zoom, which is not the ideal crime solving, but I think me and you are good enough.
Yeah, like we're trained enough that we know we can tell just from Zoom what's really going on. So
yeah, so just to jog our memories about the crime,
yeah,
some people have put up some suggestions here because we're looking for a location, an occupation, and an object. So we've got a yacht salesperson.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the location is a botanical garden.
Okay.
Yacht salesperson, a botanical garden, and a vegetable peeler.
Okay.
So
wait,
I don't know if that does that remind you of the crime? Because
it does, but vegetable peeler, does that mean a person with the occupation of peeling vegetables, or does that mean like a mechanical?
that's a very good question. I assumed it was an object, but if as it's jogging your memory about all the cases we have, if what it makes you think of is one of those cases with someone who peels vegetables.
This case that I've got on the wall is going on with the vegetable peeler, like a guy that peels vegetables.
Oh God.
But I think you asked for an object, so I'm assuming that this case that we're talking about here is actually dealing with a mechanical vegetable peeler.
Yes, it is. I think it's a manual vegetable peeler. And if I remember the case correctly, I'm just looking in my files here. It's called the Slim Shod murder. Yeah. And basically what happened is, as far as we can tell at this point, Andrew, I think you probably remember from the crime scene. Basically, there was a guy in a captain's hat and a blazer and a crest who had been impaled on a cactus at the botanical garden.
Right.
And he had a peeled sweet potato in his hand. So that's what we know so far.
Let's go back. Let's rewind just a bit.
Yes, of course.
A guy with a blazer.
And a captain's hat.
The captain's hat. Impaled by a cactus.
Impaled by a cactus.
To verify, impaled means without head, right?
Impaled, no, that was so he was actually stabbed. Like there was a huge thorn from the cactus that had gone through the guy's chest. But you are right, his manservant Fred was decapitated next to him.
Wow, so it was a double homicide. And he had a blazer on, he had a captain's hat on.
Yes.
And what was the other?
And a peeled sweet potato.
And a peeled sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
We don't know.
So that's what we know.
This is what I like to look at as evidence. You can start to make assumptions based on some of these things that you've just said.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know if you want me to get into that right now. I already have some ideas.
I mean, you should offer up whatever you want. I just also did want to just, check in with you. I know that like you've been a little down lately, and I just wanted to make sure everything was okay with you.
Well,
I don't want you to think all I care about is the job.
Yeah, of course. No, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you giving some time to this, because I've actually, like I mentioned at the top of the show, the Wi-Fi in my house is really, it's not that great. And I've been having neck pains.
Oh God, that's horrible.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's connected to my Wi-Fi not being so good.
Your spinal Wi-Fi.
Yeah, my spinal Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I mean, the Wi-Fi, spinal Wi-Fi. I believe, as you know, that Wi-Fi is not just something that connects to our computers, it also connects to our spine.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're just already calling it spinal Wi-Fi. But that's...
No, but it's a theory I've adopted. Yeah, I mean, I guess, just thinking about the case, I love the botanical gardens. So it's I got to say, in terms of the murder cases we've worked on, it's exciting to have one at the botanical garden because we get to spend a lot of time there. That's where I went with my first wife. That's where I proposed to my second wife. Yeah. So it's...
Wait a minute. You went there with your first wife and then proposed. So you went there with your first wife. You're like, place is great. You didn't go back. And then,
I mean, if you really want to know the story, and I know there's a bit of a digression, but what actually happened is I had married my first wife. We went to the botanical garden. I was like, this place is beautiful. This would be a great place to propose to someone. But I thought it was too late.
Because you're already married.
Things went south with Dora. And then when I met Sheila, I then was like, I'm not going to screw it up this time. And then I proposed to her at the botanical garden. So
it's Dora and Sheila.
Dora and Sheila.
Yeah.
We and Sheila are now divorced as well. But while we were dating, we went to this really cool old-fashioned ice skating rink in the north side of our town. And while there, I thought, what?
Of your town? That's a funny way to put it, but go ahead. Yeah.
And then when I was in this ice skating rink, I was thinking, oh my God, this would be a great place to propose. So should me and my present girlfriend, if I decide to pop the question, I'll probably propose at the ice skating rink.
Well, I do have one question for you about...
Sure.
This, you mentioned your first wife, her name was Dora.
Dora, of course.
There was a popular television show that was a children's television show.
Yes, I know.
Explorer.
Right, I know.
Was this before or after that show that you were married to her?
I was married to her during the run of Dora the Explorer. I courted her at the beginning of Dora the Explorer. We got married and were divorced by the end of the run of Dora the Explorer.
So did you ever have like a sort of when people in relationships, sometimes they have like pet nicknames for each other?
Yeah.
They make up like nicknames and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did you use that as a nickname for
Dora or Explorer?
Yeah, like Dora the Explorer.
No. I never said Dora the Explorer. I did though call her Senora.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah. So does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Anyways, I think, I'm sure you have a ton of theories and ideas about this Slim Shad murder at the Botanical Garden.
Right.
There is a witness that we should talk to.
Can you spell Slim Shad for me?
Absolutely. It's almost like someone meant to say slipshod, but accidentally said slim shod. So it's SLIMSHOD. So slim, like Slim Jim, and then shod, like shoed, like someone who has shoes is, he's shod. Or if someone doesn't have their shoes on, they're unshod. If you have
shoes, then you are shod.
You are shod, yes.
So almost everyone is shod at this point.
When they're outside, when they're inside, they're oftentimes unshod.
Oh, it's not just if you own shoes.
No, sorry. No, it is not if you own shoes. It is if you are presently wearing shoes. Okay. Anyways, we do have a murder to solve. I don't want to.
Yeah, we should get to it.
Should we get to that? Okay. So, what?
Yeah. We need to interview.
So we have this lovely woman, Erin Pupovich. Right. And let's not let's just bring her in. And, we know why she's here, but she might hear us.
Based on her name, I already have one question for her.
Okay, well, let's bring her in and ask her that question.
Okay.
Erin?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for being interrogated over Zoom.
Thanks for having me. I've never been interrogated before. This is cool.
Oh, great. Yeah, and obviously being interrogated over Zoom, it's not ideal. And I mean, we like to offer you coffee or a candy bar or something like that.
I've got wine.
Yeah, I figured you could just take care of yourself.
Is that allowed?
Yeah, no, of course. We want you to be comfortable. Absolutely. So yeah, you heard about the Slim Shad murder. Did you hear about the Slim Shad murder?
I saw it.
You saw it?
I mean,
okay.
I didn't. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I didn't see it occur, but I saw the aftermath.
Wait, so you didn't see it occur, but you saw the aftermath. So you were not at the murder, but you showed up later, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like I was at the botanical gardens because I was looking for my stink bug, and then I just saw the guys lying there, and I was like,
okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You live at the botanical gardens. Is that what you said?
no, sorry, I was visiting the botanical gardens. I was looking for my stink bug.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Looking for a stink bug.
Looking for her stink bug, which is very interesting. What's your where did your stink bug escape from? What's your stink bug's name?
Oh no!
And is your stink bug still missing?
Yeah. So here's the thing: it doesn't live with me. I call him my stink bug because he's my favorite, and I feel like we have a thing. But he lives in the botanical gardens, and I go in there. I like to sketch him. So he's always normally hiding around, but he kind of moves about. And I was in there just kind of looking for him. And next thing, I turn the corner, and because when you go into that room with all the tropical plants, like it hits you like a wall, like the heat in there. And I almost thought that I was having a mirage or something, but I just saw them lying there. One guy with the cactus coming right through him.
Wow, yeah. Hey, I don't know, Andrew, if you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking though, but since the murder, have you seen your stink bug?
No. Yeah, I guess I kind of got a little distracted because I was like, oh my God, I have to tell Jen about this. Like she's going to go nuts.
Because I mean, I'm a little suspicious that we haven't seen the stink bug since.
Oh, I hope you're not implying Stinky wouldn't do that.
His name's
At
Stinky.
this point,
Interesting.
everyone is a possible murderer. At this
No,
point.
Stinky wouldn't hurt a fly. Are you? No.
We understand that. I mean, we've, being crime solvers, we run into this a lot where people they have a hard time thinking of someone that they know and love as being a suspect.
Right. And and I would just like to add in here that I just Wikipedia'd it, and stink bugs do in fact eat flies. So now I'm not trusting your honesty. And you're moisturizing a lot.
I'm a little dry.
Okay.
The gardens will do that.
So you're an artist, Erin.
I mean, yeah, you could say that. Doesn't pay the bills, but it's what's in here.
Okay. And what do you do to pay bills?
What don't I do? I wait tables.
You wait tables. Okay.
Yeah.
And if I'm looking at your file here, it says that you worked at the Cozy Cafe.
That's right. Yeah.
And
surprisingly drafty, as the name wouldn't imply.
Surprising, yeah, it is. So I can't help but notice that you're continuing to moisturize more. You're feeling like you have dry skin. So now, would you say that inside of the tropical area that you went, the botanical gardens, would you say that it is humid in there?
Oh, it's very humid. Yeah, because they're trying to recreate that tropical climate, and I'm just not built for it. I feel like it messes with my pH, and I feel like one of those little apple rings afterwards. Just all. Yeah.
You're saying that being in a humid place later makes you feel like you have dry skin.
Yeah.
because I've had the opposite experience. I feel like when I go into a humid place, I start to sweat more. It activates my pores, and I start to have more moisture on my skin.
Oh, really? No, not with me.
Andrew, I don't want to step on any toes here, but do you mind if
before you get into that, Kevin, do you mind?
Yeah.
Do you want to weigh in on the moisture? Do you like when you go into a humid place? Do you feel like this is which direction? She's really putting on a lot of moisture at this point. But I just
I mean, so the question
is it a crime? Is it a crime to be dry?
My understanding of the law is it's not a crime, Andrew. That's what I kind of am feeling.
It's not.
If you're reading to the law, that is a crime.
Well, okay. So, oftentimes you need to really fully flesh out details in order to get the full picture, to get to the point. Have you ever watched like Sherlock Holmes or read a crime book or something like that?
I haven't, but
you've never.
I haven't.
Because I did my research.
Oh,
no. I read a really good one. Oh
yeah, what's that?
Yeah, it was called The Fall of the Ball, and it was about this guy. He fell. He fell on a ball, so it was a badly titled book, because you would expect, you're reading the whole book, you're turning the pages expecting a ball to fall on somebody, and it doesn't. In the end, this guy falls on a ball.
Well, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So there really wasn't a twist.
Well, it is a twist, because they don't reveal until the end. You just know one object is falling on another object, and you get this impending sense of doom that the writer kind of builds up slowly along through just kind of the atmosphere and the language he uses. You know something bad is happening, but then at the end you're like, oh, title had me thinking.
Well, that brings up an interesting point. Is that how do you feel, Aaron, about the titles to movies and books, and how much they tell you about the rest of the material?
I think that's a veiled reference. I'm sorry to cut you off, Aaron, but I think that's a veiled reference to Andrew judging me for naming this murder the Slim Shad murder, when it doesn't seem to have anything to do with the murder. Am I right about that, Andrew?
Well, at this point, we don't know that yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so I'm sorry. I was sensitive and thought you were throwing shade based on our previous cases. I apologize.
I wasn't doing that.
Okay. Sorry. Do you want to go back to Aaron? Do you want to question Aaron? He's really got a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm kind of asking a lot of questions, but I did want to get your opinion about that, Aaron. And for that matter, when you watch the trailer to a movie or something like that, or you read the inside of a book cover, sometimes they'll give away all the good stuff, and sometimes they don't give enough. I mean, what on that spectrum for your books and movies, what do you prefer?
Sorry, slipping. I prefer. I mean, I like to know what I'm getting into. I don't like to be sold a false pretense.
Okay.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? So you came upon the dead man in the blazer and the captain's hat. Okay, he was impaled by the captain. His manservant, I believe his name was Frederick, was decapitated. Okay. And let me ask you this. Guy. What?
Frederick was such a nice guy.
Oh, you knew Frederick?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You probably should have asked that earlier.
Well, that's why I had to call Jen right afterwards, because Jen and Frederick were like,
Really? So what can you tell us about this manservant? All we know is that he was abnormally large and he liked to wear velour.
He did. But you know what? One, he didn't like the term manservant. He liked to be called butler with 2 T's.
Oh,
and
sorry.
2, he always wore his velour the wrong way around. So when you would touch his arm, it wouldn't be like, velour. It was like you were petting a cat backwards.
Oh my God. So the rough part.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you have to pet
So you had to rub him up.
That's
I think it made him feel taller.
Interesting, because he was a very tall man. But that's, Andrew, do you not agree with me that is a very interesting clue that the velour was reversed? So
no,
you don't agree?
I don't agree with you.
Damn you. I was really excited by that one. God. I'm writing down up velour though.
Or the velour was going backwards.
Meaning that when you rubbed upwards, it was smooth. When you rubbed down, it was rough.
Right.
I mean, that's how he usually wore it. I didn't touch the body, of course, you know.
Well, we can check with the lab to make sure how he was wearing his velour today, because it would be weird if his velour was facing correctly on the day he was murdered.
That may be the most important information, Kevin, that we've gotten so far, is that our witness said that she did not touch the body.
Right.
So now we can go check with the guys in the lab and we can decide if this is true or not.
That's true.
We'll do that after the interview.
But I think we're learning some interesting
interrogation, Kevin.
Would you say?
Is this an interview or an interrogation?
I mean, I like to think it's an interrogation, but I don't want to make people crazy and comfortable. What's
the difference is what I'm getting at, right?
Oh, are we having like a philosophical discussion?
Yeah. What's the difference between an interrogation and an interview?
I think an interview can be wide ranging. Whereas an interrogation, I think, is we're looking for the truth.
Okay.
If I may, normally in an interview, you'd start by saying, you know, what I was wearing and what I ordered from the hotel bar. You know, that's always how I've distinguished it with an interrogation.
Wait a minute, was that a clue, Aaron?
What did you order at the hotel bar?
Oh, well, I mean, I had a Pellegrino.
Aha.
But I would like to build on that question. Andrew, did you have something you wanted to add?
I've got something working, but I'm not ready to.
Okay, I mean, I know everybody's on the edge of their seat about this, but my question is: you ordered at the airport bar, right? I mean, the hotel bar. Sorry, not at the airport. But my question is: were you staying at the hotel? Are you visiting from out of town?
No, I live here. I couldn't be so far from Stinky.
Interesting. And is this where you wait tables? No, you wait tables at the Cozy Cafe.
Yeah.
So my question is, what were you doing at the hotel bar?
I was having a beautifully sparkling water.
Okay. And was this before the murder?
Yeah, this was before I went to the botanical gardens.
Huh. Right before.
Right before.
Huh.
They have a shuttle bus from the hotel to the botanical gardens. And it's only supposed to be for guests, but if you just act like you belong there.
I think I've got it now. So you ordered a sparkling water at the hotel bar to appear to be a guest so you could take the shuttle bus to the botanical garden for free.
The sparkling water is $3.99 at the hotel plus tip.
Oh my.
Whereas if I were to take transit or a cab, because you can only take transit as far as 13th and West, then I would have to take a cab, and that's like almost $30.
Okay. So let me ask.
Drink slipping out of my hands here.
Do you have a question, Andrew? Because I have a question.
Well, first, yeah, I do, but go ahead and write that down. The drink is slipping out of her hand. I think that's important. So the question that I have is it's more of an assumption. I can assume that you did not pay entrance to the botanical gardens.
I sure didn't.
And how did you get into the botanical gardens without?
Let's just say I was Miss Limbo champion of Mary Immaculate College, 2005.
Okay.
Right under the turnstile.
So you limboed under the turnstile. Now, were they playing limbo music while this happened, or was it? I was,
Right. I mean, I find it helps. You get optimum lowness when it sets off like a mechanical kind of muscle memory. That's what you'd call it.
Yeah, I know all about that actually.
You limbo?
Yeah. Well, I used to before my Wi-Fi started.
I thought you looked familiar. Were you at the Honolulu Championships 2 years ago?
Oh my God.
Yeah, of course I was. Yeah.
You were amazing. I just want to say I almost went up to you and then I was like, oh no, don't do it. He probably gets this all the time. But that move you pulled, the double ducky, wow.
Thanks. You're the first person that's noticed that. And it's seemed odd at the time to first, people were like, what is he doing? He's ducking before he's even going under.
That's the beauty of it. You got to duck before you go under.
Right, and people don't realize that, but it looks funny, but it works.
Oh, it works. Quack, quack.
I didn't know that whole side of you. I got to say that, Andrew. I had no idea.
You didn't know that, Kevin?
No, I never did.
Yeah, well, it's a shame. I think it's mainly because now I can't. The Wi-Fi is so bad here. I can barely pick up my.
I'm really sorry about that. Aaron, I don't know if you probably should just know this about Andrew, that he has faulty spinal Wi-Fi right now. So that's affected his limbo, I would assume, catastrophically.
Yeah, and also picking up did you notice that I'm not writing anything down?
I did notice that.
Because all my pencils are on the floor. I have dropped all my pencils over the last week. They're all on the floor and I can't pick them up.
Well, I can relate to that because when I, go through my regime, my moisturization regime, a lot of things end up on the floor. But I have to say, I'm a little curious if the organizers knew during the Honolulu Championships that you had this condition, because I feel like in limbo, that's the one thing where this could actually be beneficial.
At the time, I was using 1-in-1, and I switched to O2, and that was the issue. I should have stayed with 1-in-1. O2. Since then, it's been that's fine. But I'm sorry to diverge, as they say, right? But I do have another question for you, Aaron. Have you ever picked up a man before?
Many. I'm stronger than I look, and I actually win a lot of bar competitions this way. It's gotten me a lot of free drinks.
Really?
Yeah, because they don't think I can do it, but I'm stronger than I look.
And can you walk us through how that scenario goes at the bar?
So normally, my friend Jen, she'll come in and she'll just go, it's a bit of a scam we have. She'll tap the man on the shoulder and be like, my friend thinks that she can pick you up. And he'll be like, I don't think so. She's gorgeous. So, they'll just say whatever to keep talking to Jen. And then she kind of hustles it up. And then I come over and I'm just like, yeah, I can pick you up. And then I do it. Well, before I do it, Jen kind of pins down the agreement. So she'll try and get doubles out of them. Maybe like a double Jaeger bomb or something worth something. And then I pick them up and yeah.
Well, I have further questions.
You do. Keep going.
I said no. I said I have.
Oh, you have no further. Okay, I have some real quick questions here because something's starting to come together for me. What year was this Honolulu Limbo Championship?
2000. No, that was 2 years ago. So
okay,
2018.
So 2018, interesting. And that was in Honolulu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, because right now it is March 2020.
That's right. It is March. It is March of 2020. So, and that's really interesting to me because it turns out that the guy in the blazer with the captain's hat, he had a key card from a hotel in Honolulu. I don't know if that means anything, but interesting.
Key card from a hotel in Honolulu.
I'm sorry, what?
He had a key card from a hotel in Honolulu.
He had a key card from a hotel in Honolulu. And he was also carrying a DVD of A Star is Born, which I believe came out in 2018, though I'm not positive on that fact.
Right. Well, I mean, to be fair, lots of people carry around DVDs of The Star is Born. It's a great movie.
No, of course. I mean, most of us have it. In fact, and I know you carry it because it saved you from getting killed because you got shot in the heart, and then but it didn't go into your heart because it bounced off your copy of A Star is Born, the DVD of A Star is Born.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. The DVD for that movie is so thick that a bullet cannot penetrate through it.
That's exactly right. Okay, so we're almost done with you, Aaron, for the time being.
Kevin, no,
yeah, absolutely.
I personally think that it's quite odd that he would have been staying in a hotel in Honolulu, but then he would be at a botanical garden in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Of course, I know where we're at. So what I'm saying though, I'm saying there's something just interesting about that he had a key card from a hotel in Honolulu. That doesn't mean he was staying there at the time he was murdered.
Kevin,
Yeah.
come on. If he wasn't staying there, then why would he have a key card?
Okay, maybe you're right. I mean, I went down a road that I think is crazy. Let's pull it back. It has nothing to do with Honolulu.
We're not.
Anything.
No. We're not letting this go. When you check out of a hotel, you give them back the key card.
Oh, do you always, Andrew?
Yeah, everyone always gives back the key card.
That's funny because that is not my experience, Andrew.
What do you
Aaron,
mean?
what's your experience?
I've definitely kept some key cards as souvenirs if I've had a particularly great stay.
Exactly. What I would you say, Andrew?
You're not supposed to do that.
Listen, here's what I'm getting at that I think Aaron's really led us to, okay, is that you keep key cards from hotels when you've had a momentous moment there. When there's import. Like I have a key card from Four Corners Hotel in Four Corners, Nevada, Idaho, Colorado, and whatever the fourth corner is, Arizona, I think. I'm just saying.
What happened?
That's what I proposed to my third wife.
You kept the key card.
Yes, I kept the key card, and I don't think that's.
I'm
trying to. What?
First of all, you're a crime stopper. You can't be breaking the law like this. And second of all, Aaron, I mean, we have enough information here already I'm sure this is a criminal offense to keep a key card. They can't, you could just go into that hotel room at any time.
True.
I think they cancel them. I think it's like when you lose your key card at work,
Aaron, not a credit card.
No, but you can, they understand that the cards don't always come back and you can cancel that. But what I will say, okay.
No, it says when you check out, it says, make sure to give your key card back.
Right, but it also says, have a great day. They can't.
Andrew, I'm going to leave it up to you. Okay. Do you want to book her for key card theft? Or should we try to make a deal with her later? Like use this as leverage later to maybe, get her to flip when we get more evidence. Because we've got another witness we've really got to talk to. It's very important.
Aaron,
I'm starting to sweat.
We're going to let you go. But we know we can't hold you here. First of all, we can't hold you on this call. We're not.
Yeah, of course.
We're not allowed to hold you on this call, so we're gonna have to let you go. But we might ask you back. Are you willing to come back if we have further questions for you, Aaron?
Sure.
But I would like to also point something out to clear up something, Andrew, because I've heard shouting in the street. That just to make it clear, we are crime solvers and not crime stoppers. Okay, so can we not get obsessed with stopping every crime, but solving the crime we're here to solve?
But this is where we disagree, because solving crimes is stopping crimes. Because 90% of criminals commit crimes.
Okay, but a bargain was made at the beginning of this that we are crime solvers.
90% of criminals commit crime.
What did you say?
90% of criminals commit crimes.
I don't know where you get those percentages, but
90% of criminals commit crime.
I don't know if you're right about that. That seems rather high. Those numbers seem rather high.
If we're solving crimes,
I don't agree.
We're solving crimes.
All right, so
then those criminals are not committing crimes anymore. That might be the 10% that's not committing crimes.
Okay, so we have 10% that's not committing crime. But anyways, Aaron, we want to thank you very much. We've got to get to our other witness.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. But be on standby in case there's a big crack in this case.
Yeah. And keep up the double duck. That was amazing.
Yeah, the double duck. That's
well,
another interesting.
I'm stuck on this O2 contract for another 4 months, and then I'm free again, and I can switch back to 1-1. Hopefully, I can get back.
Okay, so by the way, so you just think your spinal Wi-Fi issues is just your carrier. The problem is with your carrier.
It is definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, but Kevin, before we get the next witness in there, do you mind if we just recap a bit of, because I know what's going on here. We almost don't even need to interview the next witness. We will, but we don't necessarily need to, because it's very clear to me that she definitely killed the captain with the blazer and the captain's hat.
I don't know that I agree with you, Andrew. And usually we see eye to eye on this, but I think there's a lot of strands that are really going to come together in the next 23 minutes.
Right, but Kevin,
No, 13 minutes.
just connect the dots, though. Connect the dots. She picks people up, okay? She wears a lot of lotion. Like, we saw how much lotion she was putting on, an exorbitant amount of lotion. She picked people up, okay?
Yes.
How do we, it's very clear to me that she got into one of these scenarios where she was trying to hustle this guy, saying that you can't pick me up. And then she picked him up, and then she slipped out of her hands, and he fell onto the cactus. And then this other guy, that it was clear to me that she just cut his head off because it couldn't be any witnesses. I don't think she doesn't seem like somebody who would kill, but when it's an accident, things like that happen.
I think you might be onto something. I doubted you for a second, but let me just recap your recap. So what you think is she had picked up this gentleman who I am now assuming is some sort of ship captain, but I'm not positive. But you're saying she literally picked him up with slippery hands. Yeah. He slipped out of her hand and into the cactus at the botanical garden. Frederick, the butler with 2 T's, or a manservant, he basically saw it, said, "Oh my God, lady, you literally picked up my boss, slipped out of your hands. You're guilty of manslaughter." She's like, "I can't go to jail for manslaughter." She cuts off his head.
Yes.
Okay. Now I have 2 questions before we get the witnessing because we're running out of time. One is, do you think Mr. Stinky was an accomplice, or is that just me going down a crazy path?
That's definitely a positive. Yes.
Okay. So can we now bring in our next witness?
Yes.
Okay. Please come on, Peter. We're dying to talk to you.
Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Thanks.
Good. What can I do for you?
Thank you.
So, have you heard?
We just want to say we're sorry that we have to do this over Zoom. Normally we do this in person. Next year. We thanks.
Cool. Yeah, I don't have a lot of time, so
Oh yeah, that's true. We don't.
No problem.
We don't. All right. So first of all, there was a murder. Did you know there was a murder in the botanical gardens?
Yeah, I fucking know there was a murder. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah.
There was a murder.
Well,
right, of course, because.
Well,
because.
Well, I was there.
This is how we interrogate.
It's an important.
Is this a joke to you? It was very traumatic for me and my fiance.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Sorry about that.
It's not every day that you see a guy, on a cactus, and someone else, not there, who you were speaking to moments before.
Yeah. So you had spoken to him moments before he fell on the cactus.
Yeah. So I was at the botanical gardens planning a fucking wedding with my fiance.
Great. What's your fiance's name, just as a side note?
Claire.
Claire, great.
You just say it's Claire or Claire?
I said it was Claire.
Okay.
Okay.
It's important.
Are you emotional? Are you crying, Peter?
Look, she was very emotional.
Is she still alive though?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I thought so. So what are you crying about? Not if I can be so blunt.
Kevin, that's
like. Can I be honest with you? I was actually laughing a little bit because I have a rare condition that when I either give bad news or I see something horrible, I laugh a lot. I laugh a lot.
Wait a
minute. It's like when I told my sister that our grandfather had died, I laughed like this, and she was like, "Are you joking?" I was like, "No, he's not. He's dead. I'm sorry," and I was laughing.
So. Okay, so here's
Kevin. Can I talk to you for a minute outside?
Absolutely. Peter, do you mind just stepping out for one moment?
Yeah.
No, we can step out. We'll step out.
All right, we'll step out. How do you want to step out?
Kevin, Peter, actually, do you mind taking off your headphones for just a moment?
Yeah, just take off your
sure.
headphones.
Yeah.
This is Kevin, quickly. This is the same thing the Joker has in the movie The Joker. Have you seen the movie The Joker?
Yeah, I have. Wait, which one? Which one?
Newest one.
What?
The newest one with Joaquin.
No. I didn't see that one.
You didn't see that?
No. I saw there's a 60s movies called The Joker, and it's It's a whole different. It's really wonderful though. It's the
guys,
mise en
I
scène.
could overhear you through the headphones. I just want you to know it's not like the Joker. The
It's
Joker
not the
gets
Joker.
he gets anxiety and then he laughs. I specifically get it when I see something horrible
Okay.
or I'm delivering bad news.
So this brings up a good point that I have a hard time paying attention to details in movies. I apologize for that. This has been a thing that I've struggled with for years. I go see movies and I confuse small details about them.
Yeah. So, all right. So just so I'm clear, we're talking about the Joker that just recently came out, not the 1960s avant-garde Hungarian French movie, The Joker.
No, I don't know why we would be talking about that.
Oh, I don't know. You just said The Joker. That's the only one I know. So anyways, going back to, can we just get back to the crime a little bit?
Please.
Andrew?
I feel
So your fiance?
I feel the pressure. Can we just time out for just a second? I feel the pressure of time coming down on us, that we may be running out of time. And I don't just mean in this interview, but that, like I said before, 90% of criminals commit crimes.
That's right.
And there could be criminals out there committing crimes right now. The person that killed this person could be out there right now. So this is very important. I feel like we need to be very quick in the way that we conduct the rest of this interrogation, interview, and really choose our words very wisely and cut to the point, to not superfluously talk about different things and go off on tangents and because there's a murderer on the loose right now. And I just don't feel.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Can I ask Peter a question? Peter, and but what are your hands clapping for? You got a little hand clap up there on your Zoom.
Because I agree with that. I think you guys should be focusing on the horrible deaths, these murders that happened, instead of talking about movies and whatnot.
Yeah,
okay.
and
you're wasting my time.
What
right?
I would like to, I
I
know,
know it looks like I'm
crime's
having
very
a fun
important.
time. I'm engaging. I'm having a good laugh with you, but it's not like deliberate.
We're so sorry.
Can I clear something up though, real quick?
Go ahead, Kevin. Yeah.
Okay, because I know, and we want to solve the crime for sure. But there's a little debate amongst our bosses that they're the Joker and Joker, and so I would just like to point out that the Joker is the mid-60s Hungarian French film that I was referring to. You guys were talking about Joker. That's what the confusion was about. Now we're all on the same page. Joker is the movie from last year that is the condition that's similar to what Peter has, but is not exactly what Peter has.
Can I just talk to Andrew privately, please?
Sure. I'm going to be here, but you can talk to him.
Yeah,
sure. Kevin, can you take your headphones out?
Yeah, thank you.
Hey,
so
Peter.
Andrew, I just wanted to express, is he always like this? Like he wants you to know that he's better than you because he watches Hungarian films, is that?
Yeah, he's what they call in the business an art snob.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that help you solve crimes?
It I say no, he says yes.
Okay.
Can I come back in?
Yeah.
Cool. Did you learn anything, Andrew, or?
Oh, that's between me and Peter, Kevin. I'm sorry.
Well, okay. Do you guys need more time to talk, or can we?
No, we're fine. We got it all out.
Okay, cool. So anyways,
you what do you do to pay the bills?
What do I pay to do pay the bills?
No, Kevin. I was talking to Peter.
Oh.
Peter, what do you do to pay the bills?
I'm a project manager.
What kind of projects?
Mostly like websites and stuff like that.
On the internet.
Yeah, that's right.
Did something bad happen?
Yeah,
something bad must have happened. Something bad happened on the internet with a website.
Yeah, I hate my job. So it's like when you mention the internet, it's like it's tragic to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Okay. All right.
because it's
So
it's
you-
bad. I have like a technology addiction, and also I build technology for a living. So it's, you know what I mean. It's kind of like I work at a heroin factory, right?
Right.
And
Yeah,
I'm addicted to heroin, but not heroin websites.
Kevin actually used to work in a real heroin factory.
I did.
You did.
I worked in a heroin factory for about 6 years. Yeah, that's how I paid my way through college. It was, yeah. I mean, it was
Good money?
tough.
Good money.
What?
Good money.
Yeah, the money was good. And just great guys. I mean, really, it was about the company. Like, it was just a great group of guys, and whatever. I mean, that's not, you know, it was a great time though.
The commute is why he quit. It was
Yeah.
real tough to commute back and forth from Columbia to
That
New York
was
City.
very tough. But
That's
great,
actually-
again, great group of guys.
Sure. A little sidebar from that. The way he got that job, because he was going to Columbia in New York City, and that's how he got connected with
That's exactly right. There's a
making heroin there.
Yeah, there's a reciprocity between Columbia University and Columbia the Nation, and there was a whole. And I pulled a slip in the coffee shop.
Right.
Actually, funnily enough, the coffee shop, you know, the exterior for Seinfeld, but that's a whole nother issue.
One thing I want to also add on to that is that it was the only heroin factory in Colombia, because, as you know, poppies don't really grow in Colombia very often. So the poppies were imported from a poppy growing.
It went from Afghanistan to Colombia, then from Colombia it was. God, that was a great time though. I hope those guys are great. So, Peter, do you mind? I just wanted to know, where were you in 2018? Did you happen to go to a limbo contest?
Yeah, Limbo Jam.
You went to Limbo Jam?
2018. Yeah.
In Honolulu?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Very interesting.
That's actually where I met with my fiance Claire.
Is it?
Oh,
Yeah, because I don't limbo.
does Claire limbo?
Big time. Yeah, she's a big limbo operator.
Wait, you're not, your fiance isn't Claire the bear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Claire the limbo bear?
Claire the limbo bear with the ultra stare. Yeah. That's
With the
how we that's why I married her, because she just gave me that ultra stare.
Okay, all right.
Well, she was in a 1.75 foot recline.
Right, I remember.
I've never been so aroused in my life when I saw that bear stare coming back at me from that low to the ground.
So you're aroused by bear stares, is what you're saying?
Well, Claire's bear stares, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I got to tell you, I was also a contestant in that. I don't know if you remember me.
I know.
I look a bit shorter now because of the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
But-
that's terrible.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to mention it.
So you do
That's-
remember.
Yeah, it's just, that's why I've been laughing so much, just because I know you used to be the limbo champion, and seeing you're back now, it's just it's real sad.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
It's
Thanks.
tragic.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Peter, can I ask you a question? The man who was impaled by the cactus, you obviously seem to get very emotional at seeing him, but your fiance seemed to even get more emotional.
Uh-huh.
And I was just wondering, an obvious point, but I think you would
Well,
volunteer this.
Claire was staring at him moments before.
Did she see him get killed?
No.
Oh,
So she was staring at him moments before, but then she looked away, and then he got killed. So
Look,
moments.
I don't know, guys. We didn't see anything, but yeah, that man's valet. He was
valet,
very
now we've got
strange.
butler, manservant, and valet. Interesting.
So okay.
Did
And
you know the impaled man before today? I'm going to say it. Did you recognize him from Honolulu?
Oh, he's.
Oh my God, he's freezing. I think
No.
oh.
No.
No, wait. So I have a question, Peter. In that moment, did you flatulate in that moment? because we're not in the room with you, so we don't know. Did you,
Is that what we just witnessed? Because that's what we need to know.
did you just fart?
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm in my own house if I'm going to fluctuate freely. If that's what you think I'm so
We're not
such
there
a
to
shrinking violet.
Okay.
I'm in an office chair. I can just like, I could go and like you wouldn't know. Not that I have, but I'm not gonna like pause myself if that's what I was doing.
But I think my question is, Andrew, and I would like to get this question out. Did you know the dead man?
No.
You didn't. You'd never seen him before.
Definitely not.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Did you know the Muffin Man?
I know you love Shrek because you're wearing that Shrek t-shirt when I saw you in Honolulu.
Yeah.
So all of you guys were in Honolulu in 2018.
Just gonna move on from that.
What?
We're just go ahead. Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
So you guys knew each other in Honolulu in 2018.
Are you going to bring up another art film that you watched in 1924 or something?
1924, yeah. In fact, it is. It's called The Honolulu Slip. And it's a wonderful movie by a obscure, whatever. You're trying to get me off track. So Honolulu, 2018, Peter's gotten blurry. I don't.
Peter, are you farting?
Did you fart again? Did your fart cause you to blur? All right. I think, Peter, you knew that man who got impaled by the cactus.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You knew him.
You knew him.
Yeah.
Because
he was going to plan our wedding.
He was going to plan your wedding.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
But you asked me if I knew him before in 2018.
And you didn't know him in 2018.
No, I met him recently.
Did you stay at the hotel? Did this ever come across? Did it ever come up about which hotel you stayed in when you were in Honolulu?
Yeah.
Together? I mean, I know that you didn't know him at that time, but did you ever talk up to him about that in conversation later?
No.
So you're saying you didn't meet him at the Honolulu Hyatt?
I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know he was at the Honolulu Hyatt.
Peter, I think there's something you want to tell us, or you're farting again.
Okay, all right, guys, I'm going to level with you. I haven't been completely honest.
Okay, bring it on. Go ahead. This is why we're here, Peter. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It was the night before the finals. Okay, I was in the hot tub at the Honolulu Hyatt.
Okay.
And
he keeps farting. It's just
and the bubbles were on. Okay, and then they weren't on, but I mistimed it, and then I made my own bubbles.
Okay.
And then he was also in the hot tub.
The man with the blazer and the
man with the blazer. He was wearing it at the time. He always wears that blazer. He's wearing it in the hot tub as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Well, Peter,
I've never been so ashamed in my life of those bubbles that came up. And
so you chose to.
I blocked it out of my memory that I knew him in Honolulu, and when I knew he was going to be planning our wedding at the Botanical Gardens, I just tried to ignore it.
Okay.
Wow, I see. So you were just mortified. You were mortified that he knew that you had let bubbles go in the.
That was the most horrible part of my life.
Right. I'm really sorry you had to go through that.
The shame.
Peter, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Were you so ashamed that maybe you threw him into a cactus?
I didn't throw anyone into a cactus. He slipped off the roof and fell into that cactus.
Was he okay? Did he slip on his own accord, or was he being picked up by someone?
All right.
Should we get Aaron back in here?
Let's bring
Aaron.
Peter, do you mind if we add another person?
Sure.
We're gonna add someone else
Sure.
to the Zoom. We're bringing it all home.
Why don't you call? Go ahead and call Aaron. I want to talk to Peter about something.
Okay, I'm gonna call Aaron.
Did you notice, Peter, how he brought up a movie again?
Aaron,
Yeah.
can you come back on?
It's ridiculous.
Please?
Sure.
He's got a problem.
We're sitting here trying to solve crimes, and he's going on and on about these art house flicks and all this stuff.
I know, and it's like, you also know movies, right? Like, you know
Yeah.
Shrek.
I don't pay attention to the details, but I do know.
Well, you do. Don't be so hard on yourself. You brought up The Muffin Man before, and Shrek is like an all-time classic film.
Right.
Hey,
It's like one of the
guys.
best animations of all time. Better
It
than
is.
Snow White. Better than Toy Story.
Did you know Mike Myers was in Shrek?
I did not know that. So you had know all the details as well.
I think
Hey guys. Oh, you're talking about movies. Cool. So we're here with Aaron. Did you guys? Are you cool with us moving on with the interrogation? I think we're really ready to bring it home. But
yeah, I'm ready
you
to
guys want
bring.
to keep talking about Shrek.
Please do. Please
I know
do.
exactly what happened.
Were you guys talking about Sergei Eisenstein's Shrek? Is that the one you were talking about from 1937?
That's good.
Yeah, very good, right? Just
Yeah.
it's masterful and
Way before
Yeah.
its time.
yeah, way before its time. And the Dante's comment on fascism, just amazing. Sorry, I got distracted.
You went to Columbia.
Yeah,
Hmm?
we get it. We get it.
Did it?
Alright.
You went to Columbia.
Probably-
Oh, Columbia University. I did go to Columbia. I have a master's from Columbia. Okay, so here's the interesting thing. I think we're ready. I'm ready to propose what I think happened.
That's an interesting choice of wording that you use there.
What is?
To propose. Because
Well,
as if you think that this might be a good place to propose.
that probably for my fifth wife, it might be. I might propose to her over Zoom. So, Andrew, do you want to? Here's what we think happened.
Because you need. I think you need to do it. Go ahead. Do you want me and Peter to leave you and Aaron alone for this, or?
No, what? There's some bad blood here. I feel awful about it. Aaron's clearly like sweating, and we brought her back in.
It's really
Kevin,
happening.
can I talk to you for a minute, Kevin?
You want to talk to me now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all right. So let's talk. What?
Usually it's a good idea to get on one knee when you do this.
I'm not going to propose to Aaron. I know you think no.
You're
Do you
not.
really think?
You're not going to propose to Aaron.
I mean, it just seems like this isn't how I pictured it. I wanted to get her to the ice skating rink. But if you think, I don't know. I mean, honestly, and here's the thing: I was thinking about proposing her, but don't you think she had something to do with this murder? Wouldn't that be awkward?
It's clear that she killed the guy with the hat.
I think you're right. What happened? I think that he slipped out of her hand and he fell off the roof into the cactus. That's what I think happened.
So you better propose to her now before, if she goes to jail, it's going to be really not a good place to propose.
All right, fine. Okay. All right, I'll do it. Okay.
And then we'll get into the murder.
Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. We obviously are here mainly for the murder, but if it's not weird for anybody, even if it is weird, I'm going to just try. I'm on my knees. It's hard to, but Aaron
Yeah.
Pupovich,
Yeah.
I know we haven't known each other long, okay, but there's something about you and your skin is so moist and you've got a great hustle and I love stink bugs and you love stink bugs. And so will you marry me?
Yes.
Oh my God, thank you. Oh my God, that's so amazing. Can I ask you another question? Did you kill the captain? Did you kill the guy? You did, right?
He's heavier than he looks.
All right. Well, that was nice. That was very sweet of you. And honestly, just starting an engagement with that level of trust, I just feel really good. I feel really good.
I feel really good.
Yeah, me too. This is great.
Oh my God, I gotta call Jen.
Yeah, oh my God, let's definitely call Jen. And I mean, if you want, and if you want a honeymoon in Honolulu, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
still got my room key, so.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is amazing. This is amazing. So cool, Andrew. Are you ready to take it from here? Because
Peter, I know it's not my, my trade. It's not the way that I was raised. It's not I didn't go to school for it. I have almost no experience in it. But one of the things I just wanted to say is that, I'm a guy that plans ahead. I'm a guy that thinks about the future. I'm a guy that knows what he's going to eat for breakfast tomorrow. I'm a guy that knows, what I'm going to do with the rest of my week. I think that really translates into something that would be a great asset and for someone who might be planning a wedding. And so I just wanted to let you know now that I'm available for you in this time of need. If you so choose, I will be your wedding.
Okay. I thought you were going to propose.
oh God, that would have been adorable.
Um,
He already has a fiance, but that would have been great.
yeah.
Go on.
Seeing all this tragedy, I realized that I'm
You're
calling
not-
off the marriage. And Andrew, if you ever wanted to hang out and just get a drink or whatever in the future, just please let me know.
Well, this is
Sure.
great.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I just got a message from Sarge. Oh,
Sure.
go on. No, Peter, if you got
if
more.
there's anything else, like if you wanted to like rephrase the question or like, now that the wedding's off, it's like whatever.
Would you like to?
Oh God, it's his internet. It's his internet. Oh,
Oh,
God.
Okay.
No. Oh my God.
Goddamn
Well, that's
slow
it.
Wi-Fi.
That's it. That's the end of it. As our boss said, I heard one of our bosses say this, and it's like almost like the real crime was love. Thank you. So. And that's our show. Goodbye. No, that's like